Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, April 12th. My name is Cynthia, and I'm with the Power Saw Group. We're going to start talking about this week's news. The first thing that we've heard is that the current administration is seeking to double the time that asylum seekers have to wait in order for them to legally work in the United States. So the immigration officials are pushing for a proposal to increase the amount of time that they have to wait to obtain permits for legal employment in the United States. So the proposed regulation is not final, but it would more than double the time that an individual would have to wait to get that legal work permit. Usually an individual has to wait 180 days from the time that they file their asylum application to then apply for a work permit. But this proposed regulation is seeking to increase it to 365 days, more than doubling that time. They've also been working on a separate proposal that would institute a $50 fee for those who apply for asylum after they've entered the United States. So we'll continue to monitor these changes and these proposed regulations to see if they will go into effect. This week we also saw that several individuals from the President's Cabinet have resigned. For example, the Homeland Secretary, Kristen Nielsen, resigned. We also saw that the Acting Deputy Secretary, Claire Grady, also resigned, and the Acting Immigration and Customs Enforcement Director has also resigned. So we will be monitoring to see who will be the new secretaries and the new individuals assigned to those positions. We also read in some articles that there were some rumors being spread about whether or not the president was going to reinstitute his controversial policy of family separation. The president said that he was not looking to revive that policy. And at the beginning of this week, we also saw that the Remain in Mexico policy was actually ruled against. A district judge from San Francisco, Judge Richard Seberg, said that the administration's policy of sending Central American asylum seekers back to Mexico while their claims were being worked through a backlogged immigration court system was not authorized by U.S. laws, and that it lacked safeguards to protect the refugees from their lives and freedom. So we saw that as soon as the judge issued that order, that the White House said that it would appeal the ruling, and we are just waiting to see if they're going to try to seek a suspension of this ruling while the appeals process runs its course. But this policy will go into effect today from the district judge in San Francisco. Lastly, we also saw very recently this morning that a federal judge in Washington, Judge Peckman, ruled that certain asylum seekers must be given a bond hearing within 7 days of requesting it. And if they don't get it, that they are to be released. The judge ruled that the detention of these asylum seekers for an indefinite period of time causes irreparable harm. And instead of shifting the burden on the asylum seeker to prove why they are a danger to the community, the judge said that should be on the department for the Department of Homeland Security to prove why they are or they could potentially be a danger to the community. So that wraps up this week's news. Attorney Powers has been in D.C. this week lobbying and meeting with different congressional and Senate leaders on immigration. She is in Washington, D.C. In this upcoming week, Attorney Powers will also be speaking at a conference at the University of Houston on law office management. And as always, if you have any questions or if you have any concerns regarding your current case or regarding anything immigration related, always feel free to give us a call to schedule a consult at 713-589-2085. You can also call our phone number in New Jersey, which is 201-210-8240. We hope that you all have a great weekend, and thank you for your time.